Wide Circle, what's cracking off, baby? This is your boy Jay Love, man. Also the CEO, president, player, coach, event coordinator, concession stand coordinator, cheerleading, talent search committee chair of the Broad Street Bully organization. Basically, you also might know me as your champ. Maybe Mr. Beat That Ass, whatever you've named me. Ain't nobody been paying attention, but it's all good, man. I got love for everybody in this league. I'm so excited about this year. I know everybody is, man. I know you probably wondering, why the fuck we want to hear what you got to say, man. Well, I really don't have a reason, man. I got a webcam. It's fun. All right. Ocho Cinco does it. Stephon Marbury comes on with Noxzema on his face and rubbing Vaseline over singing Michael Jackson. So I figured the Broad Street Bully, who actually has a win, who actually got some championships, should have something to say here. Like I said, more than anything, man, it's just something fun to do, man. What I wanted to do really today, man, was just kind of look over the draft, man, and kind of give you my take on what I felt happened in the draft, man. I want to kind of go over the teams and, tell you what I see as the good, the bad, the ugly, and the sad. Um, what I'm going to do here is just kind of run through the list of players on each team and kind of tell you what I feel went down in the draft. What I will say is draft went very similar to last year. It went pretty much the way I expected it to go. The first players, the first player picked a quarterback, which did not happen last year. However, the same trend happened where a quarterback went early, and the running backs start going like wildfire, and it set off an arms race on the backs. What that did, especially with the reverse order every other round, kind of changes, how you got to play your game, how you got to construct your team, man. When a lot of one thing goes in a short period of time, you have to make a decision. Am I going to grab what's left of that, or am I going to go a different way? One thing I learned about the draft last year was that you don't really choose your team. The team kind of chooses you, if you know what I'm saying. You can get lost telling yourself, I want to be a team of running backs, or I want to be a team of wideouts, when the most important thing is to fill your roster spots with the best available players and then build depth behind that in whatever order you can. If I'd had it my way, I would have had a couple great backs, a great quarterback, but it didn't really work like that for me. So I'm just going to go down the list here. The first team I got here is the Columbus Chronic. Manager, Ryan. Ryan, you know how he is. Ryan, you know how you are. You are a sleeper. All right. You smoke the Chronic, and you pit like a chronic smoker. That's not a diss. What you do usually is kind of just methodically move along, and you kind of have your own method, and it's been effective for you in the past. What I see here is I'm going down. I'm just going to highlight some quick dudes. Brandon Jacobs, great pick. Phillip Rivers, very, very, very good pick for when you got him. Very good pick. Marshawn Lynch, while he won't be around for a minute, down the road we know that's going to be a good pick. And Anquan Bolden, can't go wrong there. So you look really good at running back. You got a strong receiver. You also look like you got Ronnie Brown. But then it starts getting a little shady here. You got Vernon Davis. You've got Justin Gage. You've got Antonio Gates. Nice. I missed that. Antonio Bryant. Same first name does not mean same game. Steve Smith. That's nice. Oh, my bad. That's one for the Giants. Trash. Joe Galloway. I like him. But so what you have, it looks like to me, is a strong quarterback, couple running backs, and one good receiver, and everything else is slightly shady. Jamal Charles is a good pickup, though. I like that. So Columbus Chronic, I'm going to give you a B minus on your draft. Silverbacks, Rob Blackwell. Let's see what you got here that I like. Jones Drew, excellent. Pierre Thomas, you picked him a little earlier than I would have, but it was a good pick. I'll be anxious to see whether or not, he really holds it down, or do they just throw all the time. Chris Henry, I think that's a hell of a pick. Sleeper pick. Bates wanted him real bad. Ernest Graham, I love Ernest Graham. Only thing is, man, I don't know what the hell's going on down there. Who's running the ball, man? They got Ward, they got Graham, they got Cadillac, they got what's going on down there? Ricky Williams, Hakeem Nicks. It's, hey, why not? For when you got him, who knows who's going to emerge? I like that pick. My favorite pick that you got, though, quietly, is Steve Slayton. That was a great pick. Steve's going to do some things, man. He's going to do some things. Matt Schaub, he's the type of guy, you got some stock in a team with a great receiver and a team that should be turning the corner. 2 8-8 seasons. And then, of course, Ocho Cinco. I love Chad Johnson. I think he's one of the best route runners in the league. I think he's one of the most fluid receivers in the league. Problem is that offense, you just don't know. It's the Bengals. So overall, man, I'm going to give you a B minus as well. Maurice Jones-Drew, I'm sorry, I forgot to pick him. My thing about Jones-Drew is I'm just not 100% sure, that he's going to do what everybody's saying he's going to do. I don't really see the evidence in the past that he's going to be so nice. He always had somebody else with him. He had Fred Taylor with him. Fred's gone. We'll see if Jacksonville can rebound. They can't really throw. Still can't throw. So I'm trying to figure out if Jones-Drew, who used to be this multi-threat, especially returning the ball, he won't be doing that anymore. Be interesting to see. Jones-Drew could be the greatest pick, or he could be somebody you end up trading. I'm going to give you a B minus, mostly because the guys that you spent some of your big money on, I like the Jericho Cotchery. I'm sorry I missed that. The guy you spend a lot of money meaning, early draft picks, on guys I think have great upside, but not a lot of history to go on. B minus, though, because you could take over this whole league if these guys show up. Chad Ochocinco and Chris Henry, if they get it going, you never know. The Steamers. Nasty dude. You're a nasty dude, man. Funny in a real disturbing way. When you said something about taking a wet shit through a screen door or something. I thought I'd take a shower after I read that shit. But let's get to it, man. Looking at your quarterbacks. Damn, you got one quarter. Hold up. Do you have two? Do you even have a backup? Oh, okay. You got Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco, 2 rookies from last year. I don't like the quarterback. I love your receivers. Randy Moss, TJ Houshmandzadeh, Hines Ward. I love it. Those guys right there are going to do it for you. They're going to do a lot for you. Chris Johnson. He's a guy, man, that, he is explosive. I just don't know about this. I'm not 100% on this kid, man. I just don't know if this kid can do this again. He's undersized. He doesn't run really physical. He hits the holes with incredible determination. He got speed and all that. But I just don't know. Darius Hayward-Bay. Justin Fargas. Bernard Scott, man. You stole him from me. I wanted him.